Welcome everyone. It's good to have you here today. So today I have a question from Peter. Good, so he asks, two questions. First one is, it seems a bit hard for me to become silent after the body scan. I recall that this was much easier after the retreat and before I focused my practice on the body scan. Do you have any tips regarding silent present moment awareness? So that's the first question. Yeah, let's see what comes up. So usually we do this body scan, as you already know. We go through each body part, feeling the legs as we breathe in, the hips as you breathe out, relaxing legs and hips and so forth. So we just went through this. Helps your body to settle, to become more relaxed, more open as such. This is really important already. You can't really separate the body from the mind. If you do so, then you have a corpse. So the body and the mind and the energy, they are very much linked. Like you had 3 rivers that would flow together. You also cannot separate the water. That is the water of one river, the second river, and that's the third river. But you can't separate it. Similarly, body, mind, and energy, they are kind of in a togetherness like this. They're conditioning each other, very hard to separate. Now, so that means when you're relaxing your body properly, when you really let go of stress and tension, you're not doing this with any aim. You're not trying to get to a more relaxed state. Rather, you're just letting go of tension right now. So relaxation is nothing that you can create. Relaxation happens when you are letting go of tension. Naturally. We would naturally be quite relaxed, actually. But due to our artificial kind of activities that we are constantly engaging on, like thinking or working and so forth, we are most of the time, without any break in between, in a state of tension. So for most people, they're continuously active. There's always activity. As you might know from yourself, there is the activity that we call work. We go to our job, we work, and then if you could take like 2 minutes of a break during your work time, maybe just lean back, look away from your computer screen, go to the bathroom or something. That's like 2 or 3 minutes where you could actually relax. You don't have to work. But we usually fill that with more thinking about work. We fill it with entertainment, looking into our phones and so forth. So it's kind of non-stop for most people. Non-stop. And if there is nothing for us to do, then we do internally, constantly thinking about what we will do, what we did before. It's all about this doing continuously. So that's why it's really hard for us to relax. Even while you're in bed at night, it's very hard for some people to relax. It might even become stressful for you. Try to fall asleep. We call it insomnia. You're trying to sleep. You're stressed. Basically what that means is you're stressing out about sleeping. You're stressing out about relaxation. I should be sleeping. I should be relaxing, but I'm not relaxing yet. When will I ever relax? It's 2 a.m. already. It's 3 a.m. already. I'm still not relaxing. You see, it's very stressful. And it's just because of thinking. There's no actual problem in your bedroom that is somehow harassing you, not letting you sleep. It's your thoughts. It's the inner stress levels. We can't properly switch off and relax. So for most people, it's non-stop talk in their heads. Now when you're relaxing the body, we're taking away the energy and the focus from our heads into the whole body. That's the reason why I start in this technique with your legs. We're not starting with the head. We're there already. Our head is already full of energy. So It's important to start from the bottom and to move up in this particular technique. The reason is it takes away the attention from your head, and if your attention is in lower parts of the body like hips and legs, then it pulls the energy down there naturally. Where your attention goes, that's where the energy flows. So if you're focusing on your hands, for example, you'll soon notice a tingling sensation in your hands. If you keep your focus there, it becomes stronger and stronger. Because you're focusing on that part, you're adding physical energy to that part. You can actually sense that and feel that. It can also be used in some traditions. It is also used for healing work, bringing a beneficial kind focus onto certain body parts to heal them, to support the healing process of the body. So it's really important to do that practice well and familiarize yourself with it. I'm still, even after doing this for a long time, I'm still discovering again and again different layers of relaxation. Suddenly my shoulders relax as they have never relaxed before. It's really comfortable. It's like this consistent practice of relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. And there's like, every now and then there will be like little breakthroughs of relaxation where you're relaxing extra deep. It's like a knot has been untied. Or you're putting something heavy down. You've been carrying it your whole life and you didn't know that you've been carrying it until like something happens and you kind of accidentally put it down in your meditation practice. It's like, wow, I didn't know I could be that relaxed. Didn't know even that I was that tense. I always thought I was quite relaxed, and suddenly you notice just how tense you've been. It goes deeper and deeper. It's like peeling an onion. You go down the rabbit hole. If you're relaxing your body more and more, you're unblocking parts in the body. That helps your mental progress as well. And it helps you to build physical pliancy and joy. That's why it's important to train yourself, or learn to sit still. Not force yourself, train yourself. Sitting still and relaxing into the stillness, allowing your body to really settle down. That in itself, if you're doing it properly, without any wish or need to move on to the next step, because that's not relaxing anymore. You're not enjoying yourself in that step. How will you enjoy yourself in the next one? So you want to enjoy yourself so deeply with each body part, relaxing so deeply into it, that you're forgetting that you wanted to get anywhere. You're just having a lot of fun relaxing your legs. It feels really good. Pay attention to that too, is really important. As you relax your legs and hips, does it feel a little bit better? Are you enjoying yourself a little bit more? Good, that's the right direction. Keep going that way. Relaxing your legs, your hips, your belly, your heart, your chest, arms and shoulders. Connecting them. Melting, melting, enjoying, enjoying. If that aspect of joy is not there, why move to the next step? You're not enjoying yourself just yet. So you want to discover the joy in this step, right now, right here. If that means you're currently breathing in, feeling your legs and hips, what's the joy in that? Can you discover it? As you breathe out and you relax your legs and hips, what's the joy in that? Does it change? Does it get a bit better? If not, see what helps you to feel a bit better with that step. You have a next breath, you can try. And the breath after, you can try, again, to improve on your relaxation and overall sense of joy. This should carry your meditation practice. In each and every step, discover something you enjoy. Because otherwise, why do the meditation? What's the point? Sitting there, kind of forcing yourself through a rigid kind of technique so that you can kind of advance to higher levels. You will not advance to higher levels if you're not enjoying yourself in the lower levels. because the higher levels arise out of the joy and the intensity of presence that you have on the lower levels. That's what's elevating you, you can say. The lack of seeking. So as you're dedicating each and every meditation session, dedicating some time to relaxing your body properly, doing it well, paying nice attention to it, then you come on to the next stage, which is present moment awareness. Present moment awareness is kind of the first real stage in meditation practice. Relaxing the body is kind of a sliding in. As if you were sliding into a hot tub. That's the relaxing the body. And once you are fully in, you're assuming a nice position in the hot tub and you start to relax. That's then where the kind of the quote-unquote real meditation practice starts, with present moment awareness. The intensity and the degree of present moment awareness will determine how good the next stage is, silent present moment awareness. So these two kind of go hand in hand, present moment awareness and silent present moment awareness. Present moment awareness, how good it will be in your meditation depends on how good it is during your everyday life. We can't expect to sit down and enjoy silent present moment awareness when we have just spent a day with terrible stress. You have to unwind first. You have to give yourself that time. That's why we need to relax the body first. Relaxing the body and slowly coming in so you can enjoy just being here. That's what present moment awareness is. What helps you to be here is, for example, the feeling of your body. Now, when it comes to feeling your body, then some people are unable to feel the entire body. If I told you right now, if I snap my finger, can you feel your whole body as one unit? For most people, difficult. But we might feel some parts, maybe your hands, your knees, your feet. Very often, it's those parts that are intense in feeling, either pleasure or pain. That's where your attention goes most, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's pleasurable or painful. What do you feel strongest right now in your body? Let that be your entry point. From there, allow your awareness to spread out. If you're feeling your feet, for example, me right now, I feel my feet, my right foot, particularly strong. It's a painful sensation. So I use that as an entry gate. I feel my right foot. I allow my awareness to spread up my right leg. Then a left leg. I feel both of my legs. And it quickly travels up, filling the rest of my body, arms, torso, face, head. Now I feel the whole body. And so the feeling of pain in my foot becomes rather insignificant. Because I'm not zooming in on it. It's just another feeling in the body. Most of the body, which is 98% of the body, are feeling quite good. It's just that little pain spot. That's where I usually focus on. That's where most people usually focus on, the problem. Here is the problem. And it seems to be so big for some people because they're so focused on it. It's so big that it seems like there's nothing else but the problem in your entire life. There's just, my whole life is a problem. Because that's the only thing you're looking at all the time. Me and my problem. I have a lot of problems, many problems. Here is one, there's another one. And then we go around, we like to talk about it, what goes wrong, what we don't like, constantly. Focusing on that, it'll get you more of that. It gives all the intensity, all the strength, all the emotional investment, it goes into what you don't like. So guess what is predominant in your attention? Well, what you don't like. So that equals you're experiencing what you don't like, because that's what you're looking at. So you're experiencing what you don't like. It's pure logic. So if you're looking at what you don't like about yourself, about the world, about your life, about other people, then that's what you're experiencing. The more you're looking, the more you're experiencing it. But there's also what you like. There's also the good stuff. So if you're kind of mastering your attention, you can say, you can also direct your attention to what you're grateful for. What would that be? What are you grateful for right now? For example, you have legs, a pair of legs. All of you here, you have a pair of legs. Isn't it nice? For most people, it's only nice as long as... No, it's not even... We don't even know that we have legs most of the time. You would know that you had legs when they suddenly disappear. Then suddenly you know, oh, I had legs. You have a nice mattress that you sleep on every night, but you don't know it. But if I came to your room today and I took away your mattress, you suddenly knew that there was a mattress and it was nice. You have warm water to shower every morning. You have food to eat. If I take that away from you, suddenly you know how good you have it, right? So the attention is mostly on what's very loud in our life, the problem. So we can use those things as an entry gate for more awareness, for more spaciousness of awareness. The pain in your feet, make it the doorway for consciousness to enter. There is like a saying, I don't know who said it, that the cracks in life, those are the beautiful parts because that's where the light enters. So when there is some pain, that's where light can enter actually. It disturbs us enough so that we have to look and become conscious of the body. It's almost sometimes, I have a feeling like the body's mechanism to make you aware of it is by illness or pain. It's like, hey, I'm here. It's not just the head. It's not just what you will do in the future or what you did in the past. You're here now. Sometimes the body needs to create some pain for you to notice that you're here. Sometimes life needs to create problems so that you wake up. If there were no problems ever, we wouldn't even know that we are well, that we are doing good, that we are enjoying ourselves, because we have no contrast. You don't know how it is in the valley down there. If you're climbing up a hill and you're looking into the valley, you only know the valley because you're climbing up. You wouldn't know the valley if you're still down there. Just then all you see is the hill maybe from down there. And you might want to go up there, but once you're up there you can see back down that there is the valley and it looks very different. So change your perspective regularly. Also, when it comes to meditation practice, another tip is change your perspective every now and then. It changes things. Rather than acting out from an insecure or confused kind of perspective, I don't know what I'm doing, to, yes, I do know what I'm doing. I'm relaxing my legs and my hips right now. Simple enough. So, am I doing it right? Am I relaxing it right? You're relaxing it, that's good enough, isn't it? And allow that to deepen, allow that to teach you. Let's think. Anyways, back to present moment awareness. When you are fully here in this present moment awareness, you're letting go of two things. You let go of past and future. That's a biggie. Letting go of past and future. That's where most of our suffering is. So kind of, if you take away the future of a person, that's often leaves us desperate. It leaves us very terrified if there suddenly is no more future. Happens to people who get diagnosed cancer and then they get the diagnosis, 2 more months to live. It terrifies us. It's a shock. Because now all the running to suddenly is pointless. All the chasing, the seeking becomes pointless now. It boils down to, so what is now? Because in 2 months I'm going to die, so now I have to focus on what is, because someone stole my future. For some people that's good news. For some people they're becoming even more bitter and they escape the only route they have left into the past. It was all better before. They feel like now this moment is ruined because I have cancer. But they're not seeing the moment yet. They project into the future still. What will happen with me? That is natural. If someone takes away what is most vital to your life, your future, then who are you? And life is not anymore about what will happen or who you will be, who you might become, but then it's drastically about who are you now? And you have to kind of find yourself. It's an opportunity. It's a crack. It's a big one. And a lot of light comes in, and sometimes it's terrifying. We're very scared of the light coming in. But if we can stay present in these difficult times, then we might allow a certain surrender to happen. We're taking away the aspect of I must be in control of life. I must control my future. It's all fear, essentially. I must know the outcome of this, because not knowing it is terrifying. Not knowing what will happen with you, anything can happen, it's terrifying. At least for the little ego that wants to be in control of everything. And surrendering in this moment here, we're giving up past and future, and this is a big thing. You're not just giving up future, you're also giving up past. Your entire story of who you think you are is based on who you were. And you keep reliving it again and again. That's what the Buddha refers to as rebirth. Keep reliving our old self. Because we are not present. We're not mindful. So we relive our past lives. What we did yesterday, we do it today. What we thought yesterday, we think today. What we felt yesterday, we feel today. And it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. We don't notice because we're not present. We're not here to see. Our eyes not open yet. So this type of seeing clearly what is vital. This is where all trouble comes to an end, where suffering melts. This is where truth can be found, where yourself can be found, where life can be found. Here, now, not in 10 minutes. That's not where life is. Life is not in 10 minutes. Happiness is not in 10 minutes. The solution to all your problems is not in 10 minutes. Now, that's your chance. That's the biggest portal. You just only need to enter it. And we do so by taking away, first of all, interest from future and past. We're so interested in it. It's incredible. It's like a good book. It keeps you tied up all the time, like a movie. You want to know what's happening next. So we need to kind of drop our interest in it at first. Okay, for now I decide not to be interested in future and past, but I'm interested instead in presence. I want to discover that. That's the first step. And because you're interested in presence, you can access it by feeling your body, because your body is already here. It's already present. Your body is as present as it could get. It's just the mind that's not present, maybe. But the body is already here. And all you need to do to connect to presence is feel the body. You could even go that far and say that presence itself is found in the body. Even I think the Buddha even made this remark. He said that enlightenment is attained in this body. The body of presence. It's the body that anchors you in this moment, right now, right here. Come feel the body right now. That's where it starts. Now take away all the interest from future and past, what will happen or what did happen. It happens almost automatically. As soon as you feel your body, that's where it becomes irrelevant what will happen in 10 minutes or what did happen. Just stay put there. Now. Stay there. Stay. Most people don't stay. They say, yeah, it's really nice. And then they just move into the future again. I wonder if I will be able to do it in 10 minutes. I know when I'm walking out of the door, I won't be able to do this anymore. But I can do it now. But I see what you mean. I get what you mean. I understand. No. Most people, when they say, I understand, they don't understand. It's like you've never tasted honey and someone says, it's sweet, and you say, I understand. You don't understand. You still haven't tasted honey. You might have tasted sugar before, and you know it's sweet. But honey is so different. You might have tasted like something else that's kind of similar to honey, but you can't compare it. There is no comparison. Same with present moment awareness. You can only taste it right now, right here. Come and look. All you need to do is feel that you're here. In this body. That's the beginning. That's where it's all starting. Letting go of future and past. If you do that well, you really commit to this, you're really kind of devoted to this, then it deepens. Like anything you're putting your attention on for a sustained amount of time, you're putting your attention on this, you're sinking into it. Like if you want to boil water and you make a fire, you put it under the pot, and just as the water becomes more warm, you turn off the fire. Nothing happens, right? The water will not boil. You have to continuously fire. Stay present. It means staying continuously present until you start to boil. Just like boiling water, just stay in that state, stay in it, don't think about it. Stay in there, feel the body, keep feeling it, bring up intensity of feeling it, light the fire of awareness. Now the silent present moment awareness is just a deepening stage, whereas in present moment awareness you're letting go of past and future. Those are very specific thought formations. Now you're letting go of all forms of verbalization. The narrative, the commentary, the talking that is going on. Oh, I'm quite present right now, says the mind. Ooh, that's nice. I can feel my body, I feel my hands, I feel my feet. You're present, but you're still commenting. And so it needs to become completely quiet, where there is literally just only experiencing, but no commentary, no voice, no words in your head, not one. And as in the previous stage, you want to sit in that. You want to bring that to boiling point. That goes really deep. The more you're staying in this wordless experience of now, That's real spiritual practice. There's a great Indian master, is a saint. His name is Ramana Maharshi. He said to one of his students that the student asked him, now, how do I know whether I'm making progress in meditation? Yes, no. Am I getting better or not? And his answer is, well, if you want to know how to progress in your meditation practice, it's measured by the degree of absence of thought. So you might picture a great master of meditation, but most of the time there's no thinking. They're just fully here. They're intensely here, not sleepy, not in a dull way, like you get when you're drunk. There's also not so much thought. Or when you're watching TV, not so much thinking. Eckhart Tolle puts it nicely. He says you can go below thought, or you can go above thought. And the difference lies in the intensity and the clarity of your awareness, your consciousness, as you're meditating. There's this vibrancy to it. It's very crisp. You're fully here, like after someone has shocked you, like a car almost hit you. That's like intense presence. You're fully here. But the mind quickly comes back in and makes a story out of it. Oh, poor me, why did he do this? What an idiot, why didn't he brake earlier? Didn't he see that the traffic lights were red? How dare he? I was walking there first, and blah, blah, blah. And so the mind's filling back in right away. You had a huge gap, but it closes quickly. So if you want to remain in this intense presence, some people, they do this when they climb without a rope attached. They have to be intensely present. It's a great pleasure also that's with that. It's almost like a thrill. You're feeling fully alive. Some people go into the ring, they fight. Why? It puts you into intense presence. Because if you're not there, if you're kind of dull, you get immediate feedback. Someone will punch you in the face. It's immediate feedback. What can you do, you know? You're better being fully there. And of course you need to couple that with skill. You need to know how to move and what to do, and it needs to become a reflex. Now you're becoming an efficient fighter. If you're thinking about grocery shopping while you're in the ring, you will lose. Guarantee you. There is no time to think about anything. There's no time to even have a plan. You just need to be there. And you better have skills ready. Some people ask, well, if you're a fully enlightened master, would you be able to fight in a ring? I don't think so. Probably not. Because the skill set, the reflexes, and all the year-long training of shaping your body into a martial body is not there. Besides that, a master would have no interest in fighting. Would diffuse the fight very fast. There's just one fighter in the ring. So when we are present, then silent present moment awareness brings up the intensity of it. Take care. So here are a few tips of how to enter silent present moment awareness, how to maintain that kind of state. Watch out what happens after thoughts. So we want to be more interested in what happens when a thought fades, rather than in the thought itself. The thought itself doesn't matter. Like your mind might say, I want to ride a horse. So you're just sitting there quietly. The mind says, I want to ride a horse. Now, when horse comes to an end, what's happening then? There's a short moment of no further thinking. That's interesting. So it takes away our habit of looking at objects in space to the space. We're looking at space. Because thoughts are objects in space.
And they are interesting for the mind because the mind likes stuff, it likes objects, it likes things that it can do something with. But now we're looking at space. And at first it seems uninteresting for the mind, something that it doesn't want to engage with. Until you start to discover that it's really nice, these moments when there is no thought. Then you start to enjoy to play with it. And that's when you start to become energized by stillness. In Germany we have a saying, it says, for all the German listeners as well, in der Ruhe liegt die Kraft. That means there is power within stillness or silence or calmness, however you want to translate it. Why would we say such a thing? There's power within calmness or power within silence. There is. As soon as your mind becomes quiet for long enough for the water to start to become bubbly and warm, that's when you find out. You start to become energized. Your mind, your being, your body becomes energized through this silence. It's a magical thing. It's amazing. And how do you notice? You notice by the degree of happiness. It's a funny thing that happens. The less you think, the happier you become. I'm talking about an actual feeling, a vibrant sensation of joy inside of yourself. Like children very often have, like joy for no reason. It comes because most of the rubbish that's going on all of the time is kind of leaving. It's going out. It's not there anymore. So if you take out the rubbish, then there's naturally a good smell. But as long as the rubbish is around, it doesn't smell very good. All it takes is to take it out, clean. No more smell. We don't have to create happiness or joy. You can say you are fundamentally joyful. It's a pity that we kind of don't know that. And you only start to figure that out once all the noise ebbs and fades and disappears. Suddenly, wow, there's joy, you feel great. For no reason, you're just sitting around and you feel fantastic in body and mind. Because you're energized by the power of silence. So wait for the gaps, that's the first tip. Wait for the gaps after thought. Pay attention to those gaps. Another tip, it's not that obvious, but for some people it works. Feel the silence that's already there. Let's say your thoughts, all of your thoughts were just some noise that are happening in a room. Now can you sense that there is a room? You're taking away, again, your attention from the noise in the room to the room. Because all the noise happens within silence. It happens in a space, and that space is silent. That's another gateway. It works for some people. I feel like, wow, yeah, I can feel. Maybe as I'm talking right now, I'm introducing you to that space right now, so pay attention. As I'm talking right now, look at your mind. And you might notice that you hear me talk right now, word by word, whatever I say, but your mind, yourself, is very quiet. There's nothing much going on inside of yourself. It's just a listening attentiveness in some way. There's a listening going on, but that listening itself is silent, isn't it? How can it be noisy? So as I'm talking, you might want to dwell on this a little bit. I would say you are receiving truth. You're receiving what I'm talking about directly if you're not listening to my words, but you're listening to the silence underneath. That would be the ideal way of listening to such a talk. So these are like 2 tips. I don't want to overwhelm you with tips. Maybe some more later. Now, second question is, do you have any tips regarding Buddha knowing or observing the body during meditation and also during daily life? First, we need to stabilize our awareness properly. This is really important. If you have no stability in your consciousness, then we are pulled into objects all the time and forms all the time. So there is no such a thing as Buddha knowing, as Peter calls it right now. The Buddha, this word itself means the awakened one. And so what is the awakened one? Where is the awakened one? It's inside of you. It is the quality of wakefulness, of awareness, of consciousness. And so most of the time we are engaging with objects right now. So it is probably at this point I feel inappropriate to talk about the deeper kind of knowing. But we want to start deepening our knowing, definitely. So you want to get enough experience in the groundwork, slowly working yourself up to stabilize the mind and so forth, until there's enough stability so you can make a shift. So you can stabilize not by looking at an object, but you can stabilize in the looking itself. And then that deepens. So we're taking away the focus from our objects and we're bringing it back home to dwell as the knowing quality, as the subject. That is a gradual process. This is where then the normal calming practice of meditation, the empowering practice of meditation turns into a clear seeing practice, vipassana practice. The stability of your consciousness, as well as the ability to see clearly, they go hand in hand. If there is no stability in the knowing, then it's very hard to recognize the knowing. Because then the knowing constantly identifies itself with objects. This is really tough then. You cannot see clearly because you think you are someone that is looking at something or for something. So it's still very, very much dual in that way. So to come into a non-dual kind of awareness or into a fully wakeful state, I'm also not qualified to talk about this. So this is all that comes to mind for these two questions for today. I hope at least it gave you a little bit of input or insight and helped you somewhat with your own practice, deepen it or understand more what we do here. And, have a beautiful Tuesday.